It was about a year ago that Sophia Bush left NBC's Chicago P.D. At first, the reason for her departure was pretty vague, but over time, details have emerged that are allowing us to paint a clearer picture. So initially, producer Dick Wolf informed the masses that it was her decision. Good to know. The actress later penned a deal for a new pilot with 20th Century Fox, after which some people began speculating that she was cut from Chicago PD. This prompted her to reinforce Wolf's previous statement. Took me a long time and a lot of hard work to get out of that show. Please don't demean my capabilities by degrading my position. I left because I wanted to, end of story. Well, there you go. It sounds like she really wanted to leave after 4 seasons on the show, at the end of which her character leaves Chicago to join the FBI. But we're still left wondering why. Well, the story doesn't end there, not at all. Details were still being kept under wraps a few months later when she said this on the Unstyled podcast. A year later, when I sat my bosses down, it was in the summer between seasons 3 and 4, and I said, here's where we are. Here's everything you're aware of. Here's how I'm coming to you today. If something really drastic doesn't change, I'm leaving at the end of the year. Because I understand how the business works and how women are treated, I said, I'm giving you not 2 weeks notice, and I'm not coming in here throwing shit and breaking lamps and saying I'm never coming back. I'm giving you 23 episodes notice. I'm giving you that much time. So there will be no conversation in which I was hysterical, emotional, in which I was being an irrational female, or whatever you want to put on it. I'm literally sitting in front of you like cool as a cucumber. If this has to be like a big swinging dick competition, I promise you I will win, but know this now. If we're not having a very different conversation by Christmas, then you know with 100% certainty in December that come the end of April, I'm leaving. Wow, pretty heated. Again, super vague. And again, this isn't the end of the story. It looks like the change she wanted didn't come in time because she most certainly left. It's hard not to take particular notice of the language she used when considering this next piece of the puzzle. Reports started to emerge that co-star Jason Begay was being investigated by NBC for on-set misconduct after allegations surfaced that he was aggressive towards coworkers and used sexually suggestive language. Fast forward months later, Sophia Bush is on Andy Cohen Live. Andy quite boldly addresses the allegations against Begay and asks Bush if that's why she left the show. To be honest, it seems that she kind of beats around the bush, no pun intended. This is what came out. It's a complicated question to answer only because 99.9% of the people who are on that show are my family, and they are people I would go to war for. They are people who I will protect and have chosen to protect very specifically, who I love very much. What I will say is, compared to most women that I know, and women that work in industries that are far less supportive of women than mine, if you can imagine, it's all gravy. To have encountered 2 really terrible people over the course of my career is kind of a cakewalk. Now, we know that one of those 2 people is Mark Schwann, a producer from One Tree Hill, so we can make assumptions as to whether or not Begay is the other terrible person and thus the reason she left, but we won't, because she's trying her darndest to take the high road, and we commend her for that. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time.